YouTube?
YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, I know about the record the about the record thing that our lesson would be recorded, but I I didn't know that it would be uploaded.
How do you feel about being like recorded and then uploaded on YouTube? Because other student they also can ask the school VIP school to like not recording their lesson and then just simply that I report the lesson to the academic team.
Uh, Actually, it's okay. I don't find anything bad
Okay.
about it because
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Because sometimes other students are very shy, like being recorded and then being uploaded on YouTube. But my channel was created as like privacy,
yeah,
so
it's
no
okay.
one can see
Even
yours.
though
Yeah.
even though it wasn't privacy, I still think it okay anyway
Mm.
because my face was recorded anyway.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So just your voice and it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So strategy. So as I mentioned to you before, each paragraph should contain pi, right?
Yes.
PIE. So do you remember about pi? What is that?
Yes. P is main point.
Mm.
I is illusion,
Mm.
and E is um example.
Yes. No, explanation.
Yeah.
Explanation. To
Explanation. Yeah.
explain about the relationship between
Yeah.
your example and your main point, right?
Yeah.
How these two connected.
Yes.
Can you give me some of the pie here for this topic?
So for the main point,
Mm.
then that is, mm, I I think that the main point should be is beneficial for mm, for the population and the culture to support cultural activities.
Okay, so the first main point would be it's reasonable to do so, right?
Yes.
To fun, artistic, or cultural activity. Okay, and what is your explanation for that or illustration for that?
Um, because I think that would be mm, fun artistic cultural activities will help the country to attract more visitors.
Okay,
So
to attract more visitor, right?
yes,
Or you mean like tourists?
yeah, tourists and yeah, tourists.
Okay. And can you give me one example of a very fun cultural or artistic activity that might attract more visitors and tourists to Vietnam?
Maybe is some it can be like mm, some
For example, in your place, is there any festival or any kind of traditional festival that is very fun to watch?
yeah. Think about it. I in Sabah we have in Sabah
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of um activities and festivals.
So it's
And
mean ethnical festival.
yes, ethnical festivals.
Ethnical festival. Yes, so that's one type, right?
Yes.
Enough for one paragraph. Do you have other idea? Give me point number two. So for this essay, you're supposed to write more than 250. So the strategy is to come up with 2 main paragraphs for the body, yeah, and that would be enough. Or you can come up with 3 paragraphs if you have a very wonderful own idea or opinion, yeah. So give me pie number 2.
So pie number 2 is the government should also use the fund to support other fields like sport.
Okay, other fields, and then your illustration would be sport event, right?
Yes.
Can you name a very famous sport event here in Vietnam that you want to fund it, to be funded by the government?
Well, so it would be football.
Football,
Like,
okay.
yes, yeah.
Okay, and then your explanation. Why this sport event is important or is beneficial for the population and culture?
Because this can help. Because this will help you to like to make your sport of your country become more popular with other country.
So this event will promote our sport team to international fellow, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think it's a good point. It's a good pie. Okay. And do you have other pies in your mind? Besides sport event, what kind of activity or funding should be funded by the government? Can you think of other things besides sport?
I think besides sport, well, for I guess they should also maybe in the education.
Yeah, okay. So it can be also in pie number 2, and it's another illustration, okay? So education funding is also important, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you explain why it's important, because maybe children are our future, right?
Yeah.
And they should get better education. Yeah. Okay, so that's the point. And here you see like even these illustration and example and explanation can be served for point number 2. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, there you have 2 pie, and I think these 2 pie are strong enough to make a good essay. Yeah. And then you can say something very neutral, very general about these views, like your own opinion at the conclusion.
Yes.
Your own opinion. Okay. Okay, now what I want you to do is just to spend 10 minutes. I will count within 10 minutes, and you write for me one essay, one paragraph, okay? Only one paragraph.
Yes.
Okay, so you can choose either pie number 1 or pie number 2. Write for me one paragraph in 10 minutes. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry for my typo. Okay, ready? I will count the time now. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You have 10 minutes. Okay. Let's write it down and then you send it to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you got 5 more minutes.
Okay.
3 more minutes.
Okay.
Don't worry about the editing. We still have time to edit later. I just want you to write the draft, the first draft.
Yes.
One minute. 1 minute, okay.
Yes.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7.
Actually, I don't think. Oh, I can't even think of anything.
Mm,
Like even though I
mm,
got
mm.
points and illusions and explanation, I just don't know how to combine them and
Uh-huh.
make them sound like logical.
Okay, no worry. We just this is our first try for today, and you don't have to be like worry much about it. The point is that
Yeah.
you get the whole P I E in the sentence, and then we're trying to combine it later. Okay.
Okay.
It's better to have like the pie first, and then develop from the pie. Then just know nothing, and then just draw many things in a paragraph. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see how. So you do have 38 words for 10 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And for one paragraph, it's supposed to be 100 to 120.
Actually, like I think it would be. I would have like more words, like around
Mm-hmm.
80.
80.
If yeah, if I include
Mm.
the second
Mm.
illu
Yes.
illustration about education.
Yes.
And besides, I think if I have like more um more words to
Mm.
explain my
Yeah. So the
my
point is
points.
that
Yeah.
you if you have more work to explain, then it's perfectly fine. Like you can
Yes.
do 100 and 120 words. The
Yes.
thing is that you only have 40 minutes to deliver an essay with at least opening, body, and conclusion. So,
Yes.
our strategy is that we have to deliver 100 words for one paragraph, so that in 10 minutes double time you have 20 minutes, you have your body, and then you can do editing, and also you have to spare some time to come up with idea first,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you need to speed it up with the writing, and remember you typing now, but thing would be different if you write it down in pencil, with pencil.
Yes.
Yeah, because in the real test you have to write down with pencil. Then maybe it store your time more, because you have to remember the spelling, and then writing can be exhausted, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So no, but this is just our first time trying the writing, so no worry, okay?
Okay.
Let's just do. Okay, I think you have very simple sentences, which is good.
Um. Yeah, but like I think so. If I want to achieve high ranks or scores and content in tests such as IELTS, then I should use more complicated sentences, right?
It doesn't have to be that complicated. So you need to include some kind of complex sentences using buts also, and therefore all the
Yeah.
thing, okay? So just
Yeah.
two sentences combined into one sentence using buts. So, because, while, who, whom, which, all the things that you know to link together. But you don't have to make it very complicated. It just need to be with like double sentences combined into one sentence, and with this should be
Yes.
fine. Yeah. So I think like the way that you don't complicate yourself here is perfectly fine for me, because the higher band you get, the more precise and the more clear you introduce or present your idea. So it doesn't have to be complicated or complex. It just need to
Yeah.
be clear. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. And that's what I was told when I was studying in the UK,
Oh.
because I thought that if I deliver like long, very long sentences with complex meaning and idea, I would get higher score. But then
Yeah.
it just the teacher keep taking down my score because I'm too complicated, and by complicate myself, I make a lot of like grammar mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like I think if the sentence is too complicated, sometimes you will get out points like you you not like
Yeah.
focus on the main point anymore, but
Yeah.
it's more like something out of the
Yeah. So the point is to be precise and to be clear of what you mean, because they won't have like you again and ask what do you mean by saying this, right? You need to say
yeah.
everything you mean to say inside the essay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the point. Okay, so they just there is no critical mistake here. And do you want have you spot any mistake from this?
Mistake.
Yes, like spelling or like grammar or other thing that you want to fix. So you need to like acquire with the auto correction, because in IELTS no one will be correct your essay but yourself. You have to do it yourself.
Yeah. I, mm, I think the most like common mistakes are made like it's just some simple mistake like missing S and
Mm-hmm.
C end of the words are like misspelling.
Mm.
But like sometimes when I do test
Mm.
at my school,
Mm.
um, there are some mistakes that it was so simple, but
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand why I made the mistake. Like I
Um,
wasn't really
yeah.
um pay attention to.
Okay. So one technique when you edit is that you edit your mistake in a very positive way. Có nghĩa là mình chủ động á. For example, you know yourself best. For example, what common mistake that you usually make? Thường thường thì em hay sai lỗi nào? Ví dụ như
Uh,
thiếu S đúng
Pure.
không?
Well,
Okay, so next time at the editing stage, look for that mistake, correct them.
yes,
So you don't
and
have to correct yourself while you writing it down. After that, look for them. Look for that mistake that you always make after writing, which is like lack of S or like more S or something like that. So look for it, and when
yes,
you be that like alerting, then you see the mistake right away. Yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm. What else do you like usually have mistake?
and or I usually make mistake like um uh for some subject I use
Mm-hmm.
are thorough, and but instead of using are I use is, which
Oh,
is
okay.
wrong about grammar. And
Okay.
it's like, yeah, it's like it's just really um it's just a like
Okay.
e- even though there is nothing
Mm-hmm.
too complicated about that sentence, but
Yes.
it's some still make those mistake all the time.
Yeah. So next time, look for that mistake in a very positive way. So look for plural and singular noun and verb agreement, right?
Yes,
First thing first, and then look for the S and ES, right?
yes,
S in noun. Okay. So if you have these two, then just write out on your paper before you start. Like number one, plural, singular, noun, verb agreement. Number two, S in noun. And then after that, when you edit, you look for these two particular mistake and then correct it. The rest you can like reassure that maybe it's wrong, but then at least you got these 2 points right. Yeah.
yeah,
Before submit the answer. Yeah.
yes,
Okay. And yeah, so next time we will try to improve our speech of writing, because in 10 minutes or like 11 minutes you have to deliver 100 words for a paragraph, right?
yes,
Because
and
taking time to build up idea are very important, and sometimes it take a lot of time, right?
yeah, sometimes it take a lot of time. And there's like one thing about my writing that it's
Mm.
like in the first I can come up with lots of ideas and points,
Mm-hmm.
but then when I write it down, I can't think a way to connect those ideas together. So in the end, um I spend so in the end I spend my time
Uh-huh.
just sitting there without doing anything. Like
Okay.
um this happened a lot when I taking my literature examination.
Mm.
Like I have my points there, but then I don't know how to write it down. So
Mm.
is it usually take me a lot of time to write the body.
Okay. You one advice I want to give you is that maybe at this stage, beside like writing practice, you can
Yes.
also read some of the sample which are already made on the internet. Yeah, sometimes I can send you sample of like band 8 or band 9 SIL writing, And then
Yeah.
you can read and look for how they cooperate all the points and illustration and explanation within a paragraph and get more idea from it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can, because this topic is very recent. I don't know if anyone have already write about it. I am writing about culture and arts funding. Let me see. Okay. I saw a sample recently, but I don't know where.
Yeah. It happens all the time. Like you forget to mark it. So
Because I saw it. Online on Facebook,
yeah. Yes.
and then now I don't know where is it. Yeah. Okay. Let me get into the IELTS teacher group.
You guys have even have a group?
Yeah, like we share idea and how to do things, and then we share the newest topic
Oh.
that got from IELTS, and also there are some few conspiracy about the future or predicted topic that will appear in
Oh.
IELTS.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, okay, here they. So I think this is is a two body from my colleague. I think he got around 7 or 7.5 in writing.
Oh, well, that's really high.
Let's see. Okay. So the first paragraph, on the one hand, there are two major reasons why more investment on art is unwise. So he tried to say point number two first. Yeah. So funding. So he say like funding or investment in art are unwise. First, tax money should be allocated to more important sections or sectors such as national defense and social welfare. So again, you need to have idea and at the same time vocabulary. So here he use national defense là giáo dục quốc phòng, quốc phòng đúng không? National defense and social welfare là bảo hiểm xã hội.
Oh.
And then he talked about how these things should be more essential, more important than art and culture. And he gave one more point to explain or give reason for it is that if artists were talented enough, they could raise money by themselves, selling their artwork. So they don't need like funding from government. Yeah.
Oh.
And on the other hand, he talked about how art funding can be beneficial to the population.
Yes.
Okay, I don't think that the second paragraph is good enough.
Why? Why you
It's
think
just
that?
so general, like it's still explainable why some might think the state investment on art is beneficial for culture. The quality of art is among the top section to assess any national culture. It If those who expertise in any art sector receive financial, we would dedicate their life to develop arts level of this nation. So he's talking about the like if artists were funded by government, then they can achieve some kind of like national artistic achievement.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
example, like it can become the new UNESCO thing in the future. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Mm. But I mean, like, you need to have idea first, and you need to equip with vocabulary in order to write these essay.
Yes, like vocabulary is
Yeah.
really important.
Because I have another student, her idea is very simple, but she can develop a good paragraph. So she say like not everyone like have the chance to go for art show. For example, the poor people, they don't have money, or they don't think they should pay to go to art show. Then if the government like funds this activity, and the poor can enjoy artistic activity as the same as the rich, then they feel like comfortable and happy with the government kind of thing. So I think the idea is very simple, but I agree with the idea. It don't have
Yes.
to be this complicated. It just need to be well equipped with a good main point, a good example. So example art for the poor is, to me, is good enough, and then the explanation will serve the way. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can also do that. Yeah,
Yes.
and for the first part, instead of mention about national defense and social welfare, you can also mention about education. Try to emphasize the importance of education in like funding or national funding, then you will be fine. You give example of children in the mountain, or in very remote place doesn't equip
Yes.
with like
Um.
school supply, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And equipments
and they
say.
don't even have bridge to cross to go to the school, then it should be fine to me. You don't have to be that complicated.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so just make it simple. So my homework for you is to write this essay. Yeah,
Yes.
if you have time, because this is also a way for you to build up your writing and vocabulary. If you want to say something new, look up for vocabulary, learn from that, build up the idea, and write for me. Okay.
Yeah. I will try if I have time because
Yeah.
it's already time for the
Okay.
final
Mm.
exam.
If you can't, then just spend 10 minutes. 10 minutes
Yes.
in any day of the week, and
Yeah.
write for me one paragraph, and then correct two mistakes. The first one is the plural singular noun and verb agreement, and the other is an s in the noun. Okay,
Yeah.
so spend about 15 minutes top. 15 phút thôi, chỉ cần 15 phút thôi. Write for me a paragraph, 120 words.
Yes.
Yeah, and don't get too long or like store up too long. You just only have like 15 minutes top for the real test, so don't do it too long and at home. It doesn't help you with the strategy and skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your homework, and you can do it or you cannot do it, but just do it in 15 minutes if you can. Yeah.
Yeah. And I sure will look up for some like
Mm.
paragraph for this topic and
Yeah.
find yeah
Okay.
and find some words I can relate it to.
Okay. So that's our class today, and you can enjoy your holiday now.
Not really. Like I will have to make a review and I will have to revise lots of
Oh wow.
my subject at school in order to do bad in my test in my upcoming.
So will you have? All of them, or just half of them, or some of them? Which
Uh,
subject will you have exam?
so for the next week, I think I'll have um. Well, I think I will have some easy subjects for the next week, so I don't have to worry much about it.
Okay, sure. Okay, just take your time, because we won't study next Saturday, so you still have time
Yes.
to do all the review and revise at all the subject at school, and like have some time for yourself to do some writing, or like to train yourself with writing. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you for studying with me today. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank
and
you too.
try to enjoy your holiday.
Yeah,
Enjoy your
I'm
student
trying
life,
this.
because when you growing up and you work, you don't have holiday anymore.
Really?
Yeah, you have less holiday. You don't have summer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
that's something I know.
And then on the weekend, you just use that time to sleep, because you are so exhausted with other things at work. So enjoy
Yes.
your time as a student. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. See you
Yeah, see
next
you too.
Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, I see you too. Bye.
Bye.